Alright guys, so here I am adding a video which is basically the closing of the topic we have been working so far, and the name is Conditionals. We have worked the cases and we are going now to do a retelling of all the information we had before. Now let's have a last review of the topic, conditions. Let's begin with the question, or by the way, or better saying, answering the question, what are they? Basically, in short terms, conditionals are sentences joined by the connector if. However, it does not mean it is the only connector we use with it, but at least it is the one our grammar has been focused on. There are other connectors, many, such as whether, as long as, when, unless, and even provided, that can also, in some conditions and circumstances, mean conditions, but they were not part of what we were studying right now, as we were focusing on the function of the conditionals itself. So if we talk about cases, we mainly have four. Conditional 0 for stating facts, which we label truth. Conditional first for projecting possible outcomes, which is basically a result. Conditional second for talking about suppositions, right? Remember, something that is unrealistic, something that is not true and that was not true, it's just a supposition. And 3 for showing regrets about actions in past, something you did or something you didn't do. If we regret about doing or not doing something in the past. So now let's talk about them individually. So basically, this circle friend of ours, 0, is the first case of condition, which is odd. But you get the point. Now, about facts, that's what we do with the 0 conditional. If you're thirsty, you drink water. You get fat if you eat a lot of fast food. So they are basically true, or at least if you believe so, for you they can be facts. So here we will use both of the statements, the one with the connection and the one that is in blue here, which is the complementary phrase, or let's call it clause. It's using simple present. So here, in both of the cases, we will only use simple present. Alright? So as they are true, or we believe they are true, we will be using the present to use the 0 conditional. Now let's go for the first conditional first. It is about outcomes, the results of things we expect in our future. If you call me, I will be there. Meaning that the result of this action being true will be this action in blue. They will visit the waterfalls if they get a chance to. So only if this condition is fulfilled, this action right here can be true in a future. For the second conditional, we talk about suppositions. We suppose things that are not real. We imagine things and we pose them in what we want to say. If I had a motorcycle, I would practice motocross. As you can see here, if I had is a statement that is not true, right? Supposing the condition of this idea, this would, in a case, be true. But as this action or this statement or this clause, it's not real, consequently, this one will not be real either. You would feel better if you stopped smoking. So as you can see here, this is also supposition. right? You would feel better. This would come, this would be true if this one was true as well. So if you stop smoking, right? So this person is still smoking and will still smoke tomorrow. So that's why both of these actions are not real. Now for the third conditional. About regrets. This one will refer to things we do in past. Things we want to express that we either like what we did or that we didn't like that, but it happened in some past, right? But it's a past that we invented. This is not real, as stated in the last conditional. This is also a situation that never happened, that we wish was true, that we regret we didn't make it, but yet this action is not real. If we had had the opportunity, we would have met him on the airport. So they didn't have the opportunity to go to the airport, and therefore they didn't get to meet him. So these actions, none of them, not the one in red, not the one in blue, they did not happen in the past. You would have gone further if the win condition had been different. So the win condition was really bad, right? So it was never good. They expected something different, and that's why this never happened. So both of these ideas are not real. You would have gone further if the win condition had been better. As the end of the story, the conditionals have proven to be very useful if you find the right way to use them. That is, of course, keep in mind that how you use them depends much on what you want to express. So if you want to express something that is true, that is a fact, you use conditional zero. If you want to talk about projections, about things that may happen in the future, you use first. If you want to give suppositions, if you want to imagine things that are not real and you wish they were, you can use conditional second. And if you regret about things that happened in past or that didn't happen in past, you could use conditional third to talk about. So whether you like it or not, a good use of conditionals is key for an effective communication. Thank you for paying attention to me. See you next time.